This is the beginning of your journey into the power of goal setting, giving direction and purpose to your life. The benefits of goal setting and why it's important to set specific ones are discussed in this video. Is it time for you to reach your full potential? Start right now. Many of us are in need of a refocused sense of mission. Many of us spend a lot of time aimlessly cruising through life, confused about our ultimate goals. A person groggily getting up and going about their day. Aiming for anything can make life feel more purposeful and dynamic. But have no fear, there is a way out of this rut. Setting specific, attainable objectives is where the real power rests. Setting goals gives us something to work toward and helps us focus our efforts. They give us direction and encourage us to keep going. A motivated person taking the time to write out their aspirations. When we plan for something, we lay out a path to get there. They serve as a guide for decision-making and determining what needs to take precedence in our daily lives. If we want our objectives to be effective, we should use the SMART framework to set them up. Goals should be SMART if they can be defined, measured, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Someone at a whiteboard, creating a SMART objective. The objectives have been laid out in detail. In order to monitor development, it's important to set goals that can be measured in some way. Our goals are attainable and within our capabilities. Relevant targets correspond with our ideals and interests. The urgency of time-limited objectives is born from their strict due dates. Let's take a look at why setting goals is helpful. To begin with, we gain concentration through our pursuit of goals. They point us in the right direction, making it easier to ignore the chaos of everyday life. One who is focused on and making steady progress toward a particular objective. Second, having aims to work for boosts our drive. Having an end goal in mind makes it easier to stay focused and push through difficult times. One who faces adversity with grit and keeps going. Thirdly, having goals boosts our self-esteem. The more we succeed, the more confident and assured of our talents we become. Someone marking a special occasion. Lastly, objectives foster development in oneself. Our ability to stretch and grow as people depends on our willingness to set and pursue challenging goals. Let's dig into some practical tips for setting goals now that we know the power and benefits of goal setting. A note taker, with notebook and pen in hand. The first piece of advice is to reflect. Think carefully about what you hold dear and what you hope to accomplish. What is it that you value the most? In what ways do you hope to improve yourself? A solitary individual contemplating life while sitting in a quiet setting. Get very specific with your aims. Never say something as nebulous as, "I want to be successful." Instead, you should define success narrowly and then break it down into manageable chunks. Someone making a list of detailed objectives. The third piece of advice is to establish goals and keep score. Your goals will be more manageable, and you'll have more opportunities to feel accomplished if you divide them up into smaller chunks. A person keeping tabs on their progress via a planner or app. Be adaptable, says the narrator, voiceover. It's impossible to forecast the future and anything can happen in life. Keep your long-term goal in mind as you're willing to make minor adjustments. Someone who, in light of new facts, revises and adjusts their aims. Fifth tip, seek out accountability and support. Talk about your plans with reliable people who can both cheer you on and keep you accountable. A friend encouraging another individual as they work toward their ambitions. If you use these guidelines, you should be able to improve your life by establishing and working toward significant goals. Keep in mind that setting goals is an ongoing activity. When you succeed at one thing, immediately begin planning for the next thing. Enjoy the process and the growth that comes with going after your goals. A happy, content individual. We appreciate your interest in the power of goal setting, giving direction and purpose to your life. The time for doing anything is now. Get a pen and paper, give some thought to your desires, and begin your goal-setting process right away.